I'm back. You already know what it is. Dark Souls 2, 5 bosses per video, and we are going to be on boss number 21, the Looking Glass Giant. And this guy, I really like his design. All right, the overall knight aesthetic, plus having that like big ass shield that is really annoying to face because my hammer always swings right first and always fucking hits his giant oversized shield. But you know, whatever, shit is way too big. All right, just fuck that. And it's a mirror. Doesn't really make sense. Like, why is it blocking it? My guy's fucking falling over hitting it when the mirror should be fucking breaking. Still cool though. Looks cool. Love hate, I guess, on the overall design. Looks cool. Is annoying in practicality, but the armor for the knight also looks really dope, and he has all those heads all over him, which has got me asking the question we are all thinking, all right, does he got that head game? Because he's got all that head, and is he keeping him to himself? And I mean, it's on his armor, so it's outside of his body, so anybody could theoretically use it in the right position. And I just want to know, like, are we allowed to use that schlocky sloppy, the glibby glubby, the giggity guggity, the glizzy goblin? Like, just let me know, Looking Glass Knight. I won't tell. I'll tell you guys though. For real, like, does he give you that Glock 3000? Come on, just let me know. I'm just trying to find out because that's just too much head for one man, no matter how strong. But of course, I didn't have enough time to find out because he is an easy fight. It's just a little bit of a tedious fight because of the shield. Maybe if your weapon swings left first, then I don't know if that's even a real thing, but you'll probably have an easier time. But mine goes right and then swings left. So if I do hit the right one, I do always hit the left one after. But I mean, then first, you know, I actually have to get the hit in of initially. So it's whatever. Really cool though. He's dope. And I'm assuming there's some cool lore because he's the Looking Glass Giant and he has like a mirror and presumably maybe made out of glass. Might be a stretch though. It is Dark Souls. Who knows? Because obviously he wasn't breaking when I was hitting him. And if he's glass, you know, that should happen. But you know what? Fuck you. My only real complaint about the overall fight itself, besides like the shield, you know, that's just part of the fight, was generally that he doesn't really have a lot of moves. There's like 3 moves, like his 4-hit combo, his big charge move, and then the one like slow horizontal slash. It's really that easy. Just a sword and shield guy. Easy W. Not even gonna sweat for this one attempt. On to the next one. And that next one is the Demon of Song. And originally, my footage of this was fucked up. You already know my Twin Dragon Rider footage got fucked. And this one did too. And also the Giant Lord, which is in this video, coming soon. But I figured out a way to get my footage, just a little more of a struggle though. Because I couldn't recover the original fight, but I learned about bonfire aesthetics. And basically, these turn your bonfire area of the world to New Game Plus. So because I can't reset the fight, normally I change it to New Game Plus, which resets the fight to being New Game Plus. I got to this guy, and this fight is weird because you're fighting a frog mixed with a turtle, but instead of the frog having a shell, he has a foreskin. What in the fuck, From Software? You're making me feel bad watching this fight because he's pulling up his hoodie, his foreskin hoodie. For those who are cut like me, we don't have that. And he's just rubbing it in our goddamn faces because that foreskin is strong. He works that shit out. He does 10 stretches a day along with doing pulls every goddamn day. Never fucking push days though, because you don't need that for foreskin. Trust me, someone told me from Europe, so you believe anything. And that thing is like hitting a rock. Like, is that really how it is if y'all get punched in the dick and you have a hoodie? It just doesn't fucking hurt because I need that. Give me my fucking foreskin back. But besides that, it is kind of a boring boss. It's kind of like Duke Deer Freya, but less cool because you just have to hit him in the face, but you also can't hit him in the face sometimes, like when he pulls the hoodie on. Kind of lame. He's also not as cool like Duke because she was like a giant spider with 2 heads. That's dope. This motherfucker, like I said, he's just a fucking frog with a fucking foreskin on his head, and he looks like a skeleton under there. I don't know what the fuck he actually is, but it's just not a great fight. Took me 3 attempts. Wish my footage didn't fucking explode because I am using the Fume Knight sword in this, so a bit of a spoiler what weapon I switched to. So yeah, overall, I'm mad. But whatever. Moving on from that bum-ass foreskin frog, we get to a way cooler and more hype boss, who I had my original footage for, Velstad, or Velstat. I don't know if the T or the D is silent. I'm gonna be real. I personally say Velstad because it seems cooler than Velstat. Actually, I don't even know. You know what? Who fucking cares? He's really cool because he's a giant fucking knight in gold armor armor. Reminds me of that one gold armor from Dark Souls, one who you have to kill who goes hollow. Really blanking on the name, which is weird because you get that dope ass ring. It's like Lautrec or something. But hey, Dark Souls 1 reference, you gotta like after that. But I fuck with this guy. He's really easy. Took me one attempt because it's just like when you have somebody who just has one weapon, it's big and slow. How are you gonna lose this late in the game? You don't know how to roll? You don't know how to position? Like, why are you still playing? You're not. You quit. It's Dark Souls 2. This game ain't for pussies like you. God, I sound like your dad, I bet. You loser. You'll never be anything. Get the fuck away from me. Sorry for the PTSD I just gave some of you all, but yeah, I mean, it's just one of those bosses where you don't even have to like roll through his attack. You could roll before he's about to swing and then he'll just miss completely. It's just that kind of fight. I don't think this is supposed to be that challenging. He's just cool, all right? But whenever I face a boss like this, I kind of think like he looks humanoid, like, and so I'm pretty sure he's human. He's not like fucking Demon of Song out here or a giant. He's human, I think. And I'm always thinking, like, why isn't this guy, like, the main character of Dark Souls, of any of them? Why don't they get the motherfucker who's, like, 12 feet tall, maybe, unless I'm, like, 4 feet tall and he's, like, 9 feet tall. I don't know. Either one, he's huge. But they gotta get the big old boy with God's greatest chest ever. Bro never gets his pump anywhere else but his chest. Even his biceps look a little small. Like, what the fuck? You can't even hate, though, because his chest is so magnificent. He probably doesn't even need the armor right there. It just weighs him down. I'd literally rather touch his chest than Gwyn's chest from Dark Souls 1. And I'm talking about Guinevere, for those of you who thought I was talking about the dude. I would never. But like, why isn't he the protagonist? Why is it always some tiny guy who, if we're being real, is probably like 5'10", 5'8", and then like these massive motherfuckers? Like, no, get the fucking manlet off my goddamn screen and give me the big old boys. All right, when can I play Dark Souls 4 with a 10-foot tall man who finally towers over the enemies? Like, come on. I understand in this game, at least, you're kind of normal. Like, you don't really do a big thing and you're kind of supposed to fail, but I'm base, so obviously I didn't. But it's just kind of whack. All right, think about it. I want to be the Alpha Chad Giga Mega fucking buff ass Sam Sulik motherfucker. All right, From Software, pick someone better next time or I'll beat the shit out of you. I want to get ripped as fucking Dark Souls so I can just start doing push-ups in game. And then like, maybe as you upgraded your strength, you could also just like punch the boss and you have big biceps. So it makes sense. All right, off this topic. All right, we got to get back to actual fucking things. So basically, yeah, easy fight. Took me one attempt. And then I also saw this Venjik guy who I was trying to hit, but I didn't do any damage. So I looked it up and he is a fight, but I need to collect these giant souls and I need like 4 of them. And I don't even think I had one at this time. So I did the hunt. He's going to be in the next video. Don't worry, your sweet Bippy. We get to that and we can just hop over to the next boss, the Guardian Dragon. And this is a decent boss. All right, it only took me 2 attempts, but I do really like this guy. Although he's not like the coolest dragon in the game, spoilers, you'll see what I mean in the DLC. I love the next dragon we actually fight. Actually, no, I don't, because the next dragon I actually fight is the Ancient Dragon. Don't like him. But the whole design of it is like you're in a cage. Think of it like a movie where somebody gets caught and they put him in like a gladiatorial ring to fight for the death. Think of like the new Dune Part 2 movie, all right? It's like that, but I walked into it willingly and I wasn't drugged. Kind of stupid if you ask me, but I really like this anyway. And then I just beat him. It honestly probably would have taken me 1 attempt if I just remembered not to lock on big bosses like giant dragons and fucking giants. At least giants, though, they lock onto their feet. Dragons, they lock onto the center of their body for some reason. And my fucking 3-foot-long craftsman hammer can't hit that. Instead, I need to be hitting their legs, but it doesn't let me fucking lock onto the legs. God, my fucking range is seriously just like the P.E.K.K.A.s before it got buffed. Clash Royale reference, by the way. But it's just kind of annoying you can't do that weird. He's really cool, though. I really like how he flies up and like grabs onto the wall and just looks at me, and that's kind of how they keep him from probably flying away in the fight, because some other bosses do fly around, but he basically stays down besides when he jumps onto the cage, and it's just a based ass aesthetic. And the whole idea of there being like a dragon that's guarding the dragon realm, a chosen dragon, I guess. Maybe he has some heritage or some bullshit, I don't know, but it's a cool fight. It was just a little too easy, especially for a dragon fight. I do like magnificent dragon fights. All right, I like fire breathing everywhere. I like them flying around, circling me, diving in after me, throwing their huge claws at me. And this one doesn't really get that, but he is kind of a smaller dragon, so no hate. And you might be thinking the Ancient Dragon's next. but he's not because I didn't know you could fight him and I got that little thing and I left. But you'll see him in the next video, so don't worry, I do fight that motherfucker. Dumbass fucking boss, but whatever. And also, like, lore aside, I thought they killed all the dragons in Dark Souls 1, so this fight doesn't make sense, and like the entire dragon realm really didn't make sense to me. But I'm sure there's something where it's like, well, there was dragons hidden underground and blah blah blah. I don't fucking care. I do wonder though, like, where's the dragon sex cutscene to show them birthing all the dragons they have now, all right? I don't want to see it, but I mean, it'd be kind of cool. And especially if it's Donkey fucking the dragon, that would be hype. All right, real Shrek lore. You would, if that video existed, you'd have to hold me fucking back because I'd be clicking that so fast to get in there. God, I'm just a fucking scholar thinking of these ideas. Somebody draw that. Dark Souls theorists have never been so bright with this fucking information I'm blessing onto them. But we're gonna move on because we're getting off topic here. Fucking again, I love Shrek though. And I'm sorry because we're moving into the final boss of the video, the Giant Lord. And this footage I did originally lose, but I've got it again. So the footage you're seeing is New Game Plus, which is why he does an absolute fuck rape ton to me, even though I'm like leveled up and shit. I guess I'm not completely new game leveled, but hey, whatever. You have something to look at though, and this fight I actually really like. Unlike the Twin Dragon Rider and Demon of Song that I lost the footage, this shit is dope. You get into this memory and it's an actual battlefield of the past. It's a giant versus soldiers and these massive fire artilleries coming over. It's like in Kung Fu Panda. What the fuck am I doing? That's a terrible one. Like, I'm not going there, but it's a cool little battlefield and you beat these other two giants and then go on and face the mega giant, the Giant Lord, who's kind of a mid-fight to be honest, because it's a giant fight. I predicted it when I fought the last giant in that it's lame. So you just hit his feet the whole time, and those fights are always lame because you're just hitting them in the feet and you don't ever hit them in the head or the body or the arms. Like, they should have an attack where you have to hit them in the head when they do it, when they slam their arms down and maybe take too long and you have to do damage to their head to do like a certain bar of health down. I think that'd be really cool, but it doesn't really take away from the whole atmosphere and kind of way you get to the fight that I really did enjoy. The memory system is pretty cool too, although when I think about it, I'm not really accomplishing anything when I do that shit because it's a memory and I don't change it. I just go there. It's whatever. I did get my first giant soul here though, so I was one step close to fighting Vindrick. I just needed 4 more, but hey, we get there. And yeah, that's all the bosses for this video. I'm really loving the game right now, all right? I fucking dig this game. There are so many bosses. Half of them even seemed optional because you go out of your way, or you could just skip and go to the like final boss of the area to get whatever you needed to move on, like their soul or their special soul, their great soul, whatever. And you could just like not fight most of them to get like the giant soul. I don't think need. You just need it if you want to fight Vindrick. Kind of weird, but I'm still loving it. I mean, the movement feels so much better. And I can say that as I'm literally playing Dark Souls 1 as well right now, because I'm going to do a mega video that will probably come out in like a month because I'm trying really hard to edit it and make a really good thumbnail, all that shit. I want to make it more produced than these kind of videos where I'm just slapping stuff on the screen while I just talk absolute dumb shit, all right? So yeah, really look forward to that one. I think it should be good, something you all appreciate, and I hope you watch it, but that's going to be it. That's all I got today. I appreciate any one of you watching, and I'm sorry for all the fucking yapping I've done, just the slop per second that comes out of my mouth. I really can't help it, but you all have a great week, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.